What's happening, everybody? How you doing? Sorry for this slow start up here. I actually got really busy. Thank God today some work came through for yours truly, because I'm really starting to lose my fucking mind out here in Los Angeles. So I hope everybody's out there and you're ready to have a little fun. It's Friday night. It's fucking Friday night in April. And once again, no shows for the kid, nowhere to go. But I went down to one of my favorite Italian delis here in Los Angeles, actually down in Lakewood, and I was given by the owner the most incredible amount of Italian food. So we're going to talk all about that and being generous and being kind and doing the right thing during this fuckademic. So everybody, if you want to write in right now, please do. If you have a question, I have your answer if I could see it. As an entertainer, I'm very lucky that I get so many people to write in so fast. But let me start off by saying I hope everybody is okay. I hope you are okay. Spending so much time back in the day in New York City when I was trying to become an actor, walking up and down the city streets as a teenager and then into my 20s, I so remember thousands of people walking up and down the streets, bumping into each other, banging into each other, and nobody was mad because that was the norm. It was normal to bang into people. And then at rush hour, or even when it wasn't rush hour, when you were on a bus or when you were on the subway, you were holding on to that thing and you're banging into people, and nobody really said anything. It was normal. You had your newspaper in one hand, you had your coffee in the other hand, you're going like this, you're going like that, and it was normal. So what's going to be the new normal? Hopefully, when New York City gets underway again and everybody starts banging into each other, perhaps these days, they'll be a little kinder to each other and maybe acknowledge each other and say, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bump you. But we are in New York City, and that's the way it goes. You know what I'm saying? And then you won't get robbed. I'm here in Los Angeles, California. Right now, my studio that you're watching me record this show in is North Hollywood. And in North Hollywood, up and down the boulevards here, are many theaters, like my friend Ronnie Marmo's theater, the 68-cent theater. I'm pretty sure it's 68 cents or 32 cents. It's pennies. It's not the 99-cent theater. It's 68. But so many of these theaters in this area stand the chance of going out of business because nobody's going to watch a play. Could that be the new norm? That would suck. I love going to see a show. What if there was no more Broadway? You didn't have a chance to go to Broadway anymore. That would be absolutely retarded. Oh, maybe I'm not supposed to use that word. Excuse me. Let me retract that word for anybody out there who gets offended. Let's retract the word and say that would suck. Maybe that's a nicer word, okay? So, here in California, they're going to try to do all they can to raise money to keep these theaters alive because you know, when a show is not up and running and it's not even breaking even, what theater company can pay the rent for such a large place? Down the block from here, there's a theater with 500 seats. Then there are the 99-seat theaters that would probably go out of business first. And that's really sad. So let's just hope that when we come back from this fucking panoramic bullshit cocksucking motherfucker, that we could all rejoice, have some fun, and go out and be with people. Because, you know, I was saying in one of my last broadcasts, hold on a second, that, you know, there's so many young people that don't know what it's like to be joyful and caring. I'm sorry, this is the way they are. I want to hug and kiss my friends when I see them. I'm fucking Italian. I kiss my guy friends. Hello, hey, oh, both sides of the cheeks. You got to get in the game. None of that, oh, here's your fucking, I'm going to get killed. So anyway, that's just what I see about that. I apologize right now because I know a lot of people are writing to me, and I just wanted to get that out. every night at 5 o'clock here in Los Angeles, the mayor comes on television. And this mayor is really, really great. He's very well-spoken. He's refined and dignified. He's badass. And he talks about how many people are gone and how many curves are we're going to go around and the ups and the downs and the this and the that. And he's really, really good at it. And he makes you feel comfortable. But he does say, people, you Angelinos, that he's worried and we got to steadfast. And since the curve is starting to go, we're all doing the right thing by staying at home, staying safe, squirting our hands with some Purell, and wearing a mask. Now, I'm wearing a mask all the time, and I've been wearing my underwear mask, and I'm trying to keep that all happy, jolly, and bubbly. But one of the worst things about it is none of the comedians are going to the Laugh Factory or the Comedy Store or the Ha Ha Comedy Club or any of the clubs because you're not allowed to and the club is closed. So let's hope that this shit comes back to life again and we all get together and go see New Jersey's bad boy Mike Marino live. And you can also find out where I'm going, what I'm doing also all the time if you just subscribe to my website, mikemarino.net. Mike, I posted info on YouTube channel in our digital issue. Joe in Bayonne, thank you so much for doing that for me. I really appreciate that. Joe Calamito, nice Italian fella from the East Coast. I hope you're watching right now as a thank you for always helping me as an entertainer, promoting my show live from my mother's basement and promoting my tour, Make America Italian Again Worldwide. So here's some fun, folks. Listen what happens to me today. Carbonata. Joseph Carbonata. What a great name. Here's what happens to me today. Jersey City in the house. Thank you so much. I was born in Jersey City, New Jersey. That's where I was born. My mother and father from another world called Italy settled in Jersey City with tons and tons of Italians from back in the day. After I lived in Jersey City for quite some time, my family moved us out to the suburbs, a place called Scotch Plains, New Jersey. I still own a home in Scotch Plains, New Jersey. Big shout out to Scotch Plains, New Jersey. Shout out to Jersey City. Shout out to everybody in New Jersey. I hope you're all right. I really, really miss my house. I miss opening up the door in the morning and watching the sprinklers sprinkle the green grass. I haven't been able to come home because we're quarantined, and I don't know when I'm going to be able to come back home, but I do have a nice place here in Los Angeles. I do have a good group of friends, and recently, a brand new group of friends. There's a comedy club in Long Beach, California called the Laugh Factory. There's also one in Hollywood. There's one in Chicago. There's one in Las Vegas. There's one in Arizona. There was one in New York at one time. Fantastic. Linda, I hope you're watching. Here comes the portion of the show I want to talk about what happened to me this afternoon. As I was performing at Long Beach Laugh Factory time and time again, a gentleman by the name of Bob and his wife, Liv Quartro, decided to come to a couple of shows, and I said, hey, here's a couple of complimentary tickets. Why don't you come? Turns out he owns an Italian deli. And I say that because that's the way us Jersey people talk. He owns an Italian deli in Lakewood, California. Now, I never even heard of Lakewood, California, but he said it was very close to Long Beach. And I says, okay, well, I'll stop by. Because to me, where am I going to find a nice old school Italian deli in California? Well, boy, did he trump my ass. Because I went to his place. His place is named after the town he comes from in Italy, Foggia, and I hope I'm saying it right. Foggia. That's where he's from. Him and his wife and his family, his daughters in Arizona, I believe. They say hello to me, Foggia Italian Market and Deli, and I showed up and I went in there and mother of God, this made you feel like you were at home. I hope you're getting excited. I hope you are wishing you were me right now. Because it's so effing good. It's just this good. I'm not even getting paid for none of this. This is not a paid advertisement. It's so fucking good. You want to cry. You just want to cry when you go in there. So I go into Foggia Italian Market and Deli in Lakewood. It's 5522 Del Amo Boulevard, Lakewood, California, in a suburban area. Very nice suburban area, plenty of parking. Everybody's nice. They got takeout right now while we're under the pandemic, but you can actually go in there and get it. So I went in there. He made me a couple of sandwiches, Bob and his wife Linda, and they were delicious. I'm not even kidding around. You will cry. That's how good the food is. It makes you cry because you're like, I can't handle it. It's too fucking good. It's so fucking good. So I go down there today because I haven't been in his place in a long, long time. I got no performances. I got nothing going on. He sends me an email, says, Mike, why don't you come down? Everything's on the house. Now, I'm old school Italian. I don't want nothing for free. I'm paying for everything. But he's also old school Italian, and he ain't going to let me get away with buying nothing. He's going to fucking hand me a ton of shit. So I didn't go in there for nothing. You can't. It's not a good thing. That's not the way we roll. And he filled a cardboard box with the most incredible Italian delicacies you could ever want to ask for. Do you people see the smile on my face? I've been stuck in my fucking apartment for almost a month. We're eating crap. I actually had McDonald's twice. I wanted to shoot myself in the head. So I go down there today and he fills my box, his box. First of all, he gives away gloves. I got some gloves. And he says, Mike, what do you want? I said, you know what? Just give me a couple of things of macaroni. Right? And he goes, get the hell out of here. Go sit down. Okay, so let's start like this. Watching. First of all, I love a nice turkey sandwich with Swiss cheese, oil and vinegar, little mayonnaise, and red peppers. That's what I'm having tonight, right? Okay. But I got cold cut ears. Do you hear me? Do you hear me, people? I got provolone cheese, sopressata, boom, boom. I got cheese to grate. You know when you grate your cheese and it goes on your macaroni? I got bags and bags of macaroni. Gave me a bottle of wine. All right. Well, also over here, I got Rosetta, pepperoni, sopressata. I don't eat calamari. It's not my thing. Mortadella. Who doesn't like mortadella? Even if you don't know what it is, it's the best. And over here, look. Look at this. This will make you cry. You have to understand, I'm in Los Angeles. You can't get this stuff. All right? Look at this chunk of cheese. Look at this fucking cheese. When I grade this over my pasta, or should I say like a Jersey boy, gravy, macaroni and gravy and meatballs, and I rub this on there, I'm going to be in heaven. I'm going to be in a seventh heaven. But don't you understand, everybody? This is a family of Italians who were so happy by my work. No, I got the gabagool, John. The gabagool's in the refrigerator. I forgot to say gabagool. I got the gabagool. Pressed ham, pressed salami, turkey, Swiss cheese, marinated olives, marinated mushrooms, marinated artichoke hearts. I got everything. I'm talking. There's an antipasti. I got cookies. I got the schredels. I got everything. Look. It smells like somebody's dirty foot. This is the shit. Sauce, not gravy. Fuck you. It's gravy, not sauce. You know what? I'm only kidding. Call it whatever you want. As long as you and I get together and we have dinner together. I don't care what anybody calls anything. I'm not going to have Chinese food for the rest of my life. Sorry to say. Sorry if I offended everybody, but I ain't having no Chinese food. Even going, I'm having this. I'm having this. I'll have a hamburger from time to time. But right now, I'm the happiest guy in the world. So ladies and gentlemen, one more time, one of the greatest, coolest, baddest things. Can't believe he keeps saying gravy is brown. Foggia Italian Market in California. You can order just by going to www.foggiadeli.com. www.foggiadeli.com. 5522 Delamo Boulevard in Lakewood. Tell them Mike Marino sent you. They also have a Mike Marino meatball sub sandwich. And you could also call them at 562. Give them a call. Give them a call and tell them thank you for taking care of Michael. Seriously, folks. Call Bob and his wife Linda at Foggia Italian Market in Delhi. Say we want to thank you so much for taking care of Michael Marino at 562. Listen to the number. 562 627 0987. Once again, 562 627 0987. Unbelievable place. And right now, one of my dear friends who has an incredible deli in Nutley, New Jersey, is also writing into the show. They call him Johnny Salami, and he has a great deli in Nutley. It's called Hero Kings. Now, if I was in New Jersey right now, I would be sitting behind the Hero King, for sure. Johnny Salami, thank you so much, my brother. Like a true Italian from New Jersey, he's got a nickname, Johnny Salami. And it could be because he has a good deli or because he has a big salami. You be the judge. So here you go. I hate to be rude, but I've been dying to bite into this sandwich for a half hour. Nutley girls. What's going on, girls from Nutley? What's going on? It's nice to see you. Hey, you said that you were going to be buying some panties and you were going to make a mask out of it. I'm waiting for you. Come on, everybody. All right, well, I can't wait not one more fucking second. Fuck yeah. I don't even have a napkin. Oh, wait. To most people, this is a dish towel. To the Italians, what is this? Tell me. What is this? I'll wait. Hello, Staten Island. Come on. Who knows what it is? I'm making you hungry? You used to be starving. I'm mapping. In Italian, mapping. You remember when you were younger and your mother used to go like this? And then she put it under her arm. That made no sense. But I give anything to see my mother. You know what somebody said to me the other day? And I hope she's on the show right now. You got to be careful at this time of what's going on in the world. Not only because of the repercussions of not wearing a mask and not wearing your gloves. I do have a mask. I do wear the gloves. The depression. Now, I don't know about a lot of different people out there. That's right, Deborah, the mapin. I don't know a lot about people out there, what you're thinking. The depression. You can get very, very depressed because you're stuck in confinement and it preys on your brain. And it's definitely been preying on my brain. Start thinking crazy shit. Like, where did my life go? Why didn't I get to do what I wanted to do? How come I'm not married with a bunch of kids living in a big castle on the Jersey Shore? Or maybe I'm better off that I'm not. But it could play on your mind. So she told me it could give you thoughts of people that have passed away in life. And it's true. It's true. All day today, all I kept thinking about was my mom. I think about my mom, like, where did you go? What are you doing? What would my mother say about what went on in the world in the past 3 weeks? What would my mother say? She'd be saying funny things like this fucking panoramic, damn it, man, and sit down and have some macaroni makes everything better. She wouldn't wear the mask. I can't picture my mother at 80 years old going to the Italian deli going, hey, Vincenzo, give me a half a pound of galamata. That ain't gonna happen. She'd take that thing, go, get the fuck out. I ain't wearing none of this. For the last 8 years of my mom's life, she had a form of cancer that was called myelodysplasia. Myelodysplasia is a cancer of the blood. You can actually live with it. You just have to treat it all the time. So for 8 years, 7, 8 years, she would go back and forth to this place that they would give you the transfusion. Maybe, I'd say once a week, A couple times a month, she would go. And when my mother went there, she actually would bring trays of lasagna to feed the people who were sick. So they would sit in the chairs, and I guess the transfusion would go to your arm, and they would sit there for an hour, and they would get their medications. And then when it was over, they all waved goodbye, and they went on their merry way. My mother would bring in the trays of lasagna, and she would make these people have some lasagna, and then she would give them like little pieces of tinfoil. She would wrap everything up in tinfoil, and they would take the tinfoil home. Well, I remember one time I took her there, and she didn't have no lasagna with her. And I said, what are you doing? Where's your lasagna? And she goes, oh, there's a new girl working here, and she won't let me bring the lasagna to the people. I says, oh, Ma, that's really, really bad. What are you going to do? She goes, well, I'll tell them a couple of jokes. Or maybe you could come in and you can make them laugh, too. And I says, nah, I can't go in there. I can't see that type of thing. And she goes, well, maybe you could talk to the people. I says, I don't know if I could talk to people. Well, one thing leads to another. A week goes by, and I brought her to the thing again, and now she has a tray of lasagna. And I says, Mom, you got the lasagna? What are you doing? And she goes, well, I told the lady who works there, everybody's either going to die of high cholesterol from my lasagna, or I'm going to kick you in the nuts. And the doctor said, okay, give everybody lasagna. And that's how that happened. She started feeding all those people the lasagna. And Laura Brunetti is the one that told me the story today, that you're going to start thinking about people who passed away in your life. And you were right. I've been thinking about my mom all day long. And right now, Vincent Lasavio, who owns the meat market on Park Avenue in Scotch Plains, New Jersey, John's Meat Market, just wrote into the show. Now, here comes another story. John's Meat Market on Park Avenue, Scotch Plains, New Jersey, is where my mother always shopped for her meats. She went to see the butcher. Mommy went to go see the butcher, right? Before she went to the butcher, she went to Florence Ravioli. Florence Ravioli is where she would get the pasta, the grated cheese, the ravioli, and all the Italian delicacies before she went to the meat market, which is where she got the meat for the meatballs. You understand? But at that time, my mother didn't have a driver's license. She never drove a car. So when I had a driver's license, she would guilt me into taking her to a store. Now, I don't know why my mother never got a driver's license. She's an old Italian lady. She's only 4'1.5". I think maybe she was afraid because the car seat strap would go across her face. She didn't want to strap up. So I would take her. And I remember when she would go to these restaurants and these places, these delicacies, the Italian deli, the meat place, and she would tell the guys what she wanted. Give me this, gimme, 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 gimme. And then she'd come outside with the bags and say, Mike, I didn't have enough money. You need to go inside and pay the guy. And that's the way my mother would get me to pay for things. So I would go in and I'd pay the butcher. I would go in there, I'd pay the Italian deli. Then I'd get home and I'd say, Ma, you owe me that money. And she goes, oh, it's not for me, it's for your father. And then you were guilted into buying that stuff. It wasn't for mommy. It wasn't for the kids. It was for your father. And if you don't get something for your father, what's he going to do when he gets home? He's going to give you the belt. Nowadays, kids don't know none of that shit. All they know is disrespect. That's what started me in stand-up comedy. I got into stand-up comedy because I would talk about my mom, my dad, my brothers, the guys at the Italian deli, the guys at John's Meat Market. That's what started me going, and my Uncle Tommy. And that's why I do the characters, ladies and gentlemen, and I thank you so much for always sending me these great letters, because some people out there really like my Uncle Tommy. Some people out there like my cousin Mooney, who smokes a lot of marijuana and he surfs down out on the Jersey Shore. And, of course, Michelle, who's an alter ego. And what I'm going to do is, the next few times that I do my podcast and my live stream, I will do it as one of those three people. And I will continue on making you all laugh and making you happy. All right? I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I had a lot of fun. I thank you all for letting me express myself. I thank you for all the text messages. I thank Foggia Italian Deli, who sincerely gave me hundreds of dollars of food today. I can't wait to dig into the marinated stuff and all this incredible food. I have a lot of celebrity friends. We're going to be doing some skits together over the weekend. You'll get to see these guys. Hopefully soon, I'll get to go back out on tour around the world. I have learned something very, very specific, ladies and gentlemen. I had a great life. I really did. I was going where I wanted to go, doing everything that I wanted to do, and I was making great money, and I was making people happy. I enjoy making people happy. It's cool as shit. It's like a drug. It makes you high. It's some kind of euphoria. It's better than sex. Not better than a sandwich, but it's better than a lot of different things. So, when we do go back to reality, and hopefully we will, we'll go back. I don't care if I got to wear a mask the rest of my life. That's okay. Be nice to each other. It's easy. I remember when I actually worked at the ShopRite supermarket. All the kids did back in the day. I was 16 years old, and there was a guy who worked there. His name was Ed Twill. Ed Twill is another story. I don't know. I can't stop talking. Ed Twill owned Twill Eggs. He delivered the eggs to the supermarket, and he was the nicest guy. And he always repeated your name. Every time he spoke to you, he said your name 3 times. And I said, why do you do that? And he goes, it helps me remember your name. So he said, hi, Mike. How are you today, Mike? That's a nice shirt you're wearing, Mike. Well, I'll talk to you again, Mike. So that he could remember my name for the rest of his life. That's what he did. But he would always deliver the eggs. And I remember saying to him one day, I go, you know, Ed, you got to be the nicest guy alive. You're always so nice to everybody. And he said, well, Mike, you know why? It's the only thing in this world that's free. The only thing in the world that's free is the way you treat other people. So have a good day, Mike. And I never forgot that he said that. I was like 16. I'm like, damn, what a great guy. So I kind of lived that role myself. I'm having a lot of fun touring the country. I hope we're going to get back into it. I like the guys, the brothers from Brooklyn. I like the Miss Kim Shenanigans. She wants to hear me say the word sandwich. Did you say sandwich? Yes, I said sandwich. Look at that, mother. I'm sorry, I can't say sandwich without saying motherfucker. Because I'm going to eat this. I'm going to tune out, and I'm going to eat this sandwich. JJ, it's nice to see you, buddy. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, I do sell clothing. And I hope you'll tune in and buy some clothes. It says, Make America Italian Again. It comes in t-shirts. It comes in hats. It comes in hoodies. I'm using this as a mask right now. Boom. Look how great that is. Come on, look. This side says, Get the bat. Stretches up nice. This side says, Make America Italian Again. All you got to do is go to MikeMarino.net. Make yourself a purchase. Help some of us entertainers out. If you want to go to my YouTube channel, I would love that. My YouTube channel is YouTube.com/Mike Marino Live. Of course, you're watching me here on my Instagram, Mike Marino Live. You're also watching me here on Facebook Live. I appreciate that. I'm also on Twitter, Twitter.com/Mike Marino Live. You can also listen to me on DDVRadio.com. And you could also listen to me on ItalianAmericanRadio.com. This podcast, eventually, you can listen to with all my different podcasts on iTunes, Google, Spotify, Anchor, and all your favorite podcast apps. I appreciate it if you would do that. I got to get going. This show has been a lot of fun. I have a lot of food on this table that I'm going to enjoy. I'm Mike Marino, and remember, let's make America Italian again. You don't know nothing, you didn't see nothing, you don't say nothing. And how do I end every single one of my broadcasts? By always saying the same thing. Don't take no shit from nobody. Hey folks, I hope you're enjoying watching my podcast live from my mother's basement. We're having a lot of fun, and I'm going to have a lot of great guests on the show in the future. So if you like it, hit like. You could also leave a comment. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch other funny videos. And you could also listen to my podcast on your favorite podcast app like Spotify and iTunes.